Husky 10. No, okay, let me start over. Hello everybody, this is Doctored Studios. I know it's been a while since I've made anything gaming related. On YouTube. Yeah, for some reason. It's been a hot minute. My last video was I was experimenting with robotics. Yeah, I made a few advancements, but that's about it. I have been getting a lot of comments from someone about a video I uploaded a while ago making a Friday Night Funkin' style game. It's a style game. It's not supposed to be like actual really rhythm based. And I know I've heard of rhythm games beforehand and all that, so please, yeah. But anyway, it's been a hot minute. It's been how long? Not even a month. But it's been at least almost 2 months since I made a gaming video. This video is going to be, is not really a tutorial. It's meant to be a, let's see what I can do, kind of like an experiment. So the idea for this game, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, and it's evident on my Newgrounds and itch.io. I love one type of genre, which is shooter games. If you play any of my past games, you'll know that I've made quite a bit of those. I love the shooter genre. Well, I wouldn't say love, I just kind of like it. Because they're easy to make and all that. I am experimenting with new ideas like this one. This game is called Jack-O-Lantern Deluxe. It's the last game I put out. The link will be in the description. Yeah. This game isn't a shooter game, it's more of a defense game. Like, you gotta defend the Jack-O-Lantern from ghosts. Yeah. Too bad. Sadly, there's no high score, and the transitions, I will admit, are kind of broke. Yeah. This is definitely not one of my better ones, but it's a lot better than what I used to. I used to never be able to hit almost 3 stars, and now I've been making like 2.60, 2.80. When in the past I've been making like 2.1 or 2.55 or 2.6. See, like, some of my earlier ones weren't highly rated or considered that great. And that was when I was learning and trying to get used to Construct 3. But since then I've learned transitions. I learned how to gradually speed up enemies. I've learned all this stuff, and I've been trying to implement them in a lot of my future games. This one also is not a shooting game. It's more of a Breakout clone. Transitions did work on this correctly. So let's see. Yeah, see, click anywhere. You click the bottom of the screen to produce a balloon. And all you do is bounce the B. And the B gradually speeds up. Or at least it's supposed to. As you can tell, it is speeding up. I should have added a power-up that gave you more Bs. Yeah, some of these games I planned a long time ago, just never made. And I lost. But let's get to the task at hand. I am making this game. I'm going to cheat a little bit and go to the Kenny asset store. Kenny 2D assets and look up. Oh, they got some new ones. They got some new stuff. Some of these weren't here. But anyway, I'm gonna search for a platformer. I'm looking for a specific one. Ooh, yeah, they added a lot. But I'm looking for a specific one. Yeah, they added a lot, dude. Hang on, what is this? Yeah, I sometimes go to this site. Well, I go to this site quite a bit. This one is what I want. Yeah, they made a lot of changes to this. What is Creative Commons? I'm gonna credit this platformer anyway. So I think we downloaded it. Let me see. Aha, there it is. I'm gonna drag it into my pre-made folder. Okay, why did I do that? Alright, all my sound goes. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Go there. Replace. I don't know what these are. I'm gonna have to check. But let's get back to the task at hand. Open up Construct 3 and let's get to work. New. I'm gonna call this fixed shooter. You can follow along, but this is not a tutorial. Alright, there we go. I'm going to get a tiled background. Oh, wait, I should probably do one thing first. There we go. I'm going to call this fixed shooter save. Hang on, one other thing. There's an orange dot there and I don't know what it's for. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back and extract. Yeah, I'm using Mac instead of my usual Windows. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna see what's in this though. You got a tile map. You got tile maps. What else? Tiles. Alright, so to make this game, background is kind of important. Alright, let's find our... Okay, rename BG1. Let's replace it. Desktop, fixed shooter. Well, there is a lot. Let's have that. Yeah, that looks ugly. I'm gonna change it. There we go, that's a lot better. Now let's make the ground. So, BG tiled. Let's call this ground. And let's find some ground. I'm going to choose, oh, there's a lot I can use. I'm going to choose that one because that one looks better. So let's see how that looks. Okay, alright. Now let's insert a new one. I'm gonna call this a sprite. I'm gonna call it clouds because it looks a little empty. There we go. Now it looks a little better. There we go. Alright, now we wanna do one thing with this. Gonna add a behavior and make it a solid. Alright, I'm also there we go, that's a lot less confusing. Now, let's insert the player, insert new, and go to sprite. I'm not timing this, so yeah. Player. Alright. Should have the player. Crop it. And put it to the bottom. Let's resize it and place it here. I want to add a frame and see if there's an idle animation. Nope, it looks like there isn't. Alright, I'm also going to import. I'm going to hit cancel, delete that. Since this is a fixed platform, that just hit align, viewport. Alright, I'm gonna call this, okay, spray. They had a shot effect. Alright, I'm also going to add an image point at the end of the gun. Okay, that looks good for now. Okay. So I'm gonna add a behavior. I'm gonna add destroy on the outside of layout. And let's make him shoot. I'm gonna call this game. What's up?
Are you done recording? I'll tell you when you're done.
Okay. So, game. Let's add a new group. We are not going to make this player move. It's going to be fixed. So I'm going to call this shooting. Alright, so insert new object. I'm going to insert the keyboard.
Should I be concerned that this door is leaking?
What?
Should I be concerned the door's leaking?
What door?
That door.
If you're concerned, tell Mom.
I don't want to get up there.
Okay, so key is down. We're going to say A. We're going to mirror it, and when D is down, we're not going to mirror it. So let's see what that does. See how that looks. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's make him shoot. So when space is down, we want to spawn We're going to spawn the effect at image point 1. So, okay, so we're also going to set mirror this. And when key is released, we want to destroy the effect. So let's see what happens. Okay, so what we want is when the player is flipped, okay, something's alright, something's not up, something's not right, so I'm just gonna delete the effect. Don't be afraid to cut stuff from your game. Alright, so okay, so when space is down, I gotta import the bullet. There's only one bullet. We're also going to make it a little bigger. Add some behaviors. Destroy on the outside and add the bullet behavior. So let's see what that. So when space is down, we want the player to spawn the bullet at image point 1. Alright, that's good. We want to trigger it once. Trigger once while true kind of acts like a timer. Alright. Alright, so let's do something else. Copy, paste. We want to say when the player is mirrored. We want to rotate the bullet. Rotate, let's say 180. Okay, something's not right. Okay, there we go, we fixed it. Alright, now let's work on the enemies. A new group, we're gonna call this enemy. Insert new object, we're gonna call this spawn 1. We're gonna have it as sprite. Spawn 1. And leave that blank. Spawn 1 is gonna come in at the right. I'm gonna clone it. And spawn 2 is going... No, spawn 1 is gonna be the left, spawn 2 is gonna be the right. Alright, so let's insert the enemy. Sprite. Alright, so the enemy is going to be this guy for enemy 1. So we're gonna have 2 enemies. Alright. I am, however, gonna say loop and 1 frame. And let's preview where do we preview? Okay, that's almost there. We want it though 24 frames. Let's see what we got. Nope, that's too fast. 12. Let's say 7? Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I don't know why it's blurry. Add behaviors. We're going to add destroy on the outside. And we are going to add... What should we add? Oh, platformer. And for the spawn, we're going to add a timer. Alright, so... on start of layout, we're going to start the timer. I'm gonna set the saturation of 2 per second. Regular, I'm gonna call this ESP1. Alright, so on timer, ESP1. we wanna have this spawn the enemy, so hit done. We want to add a variable to this, so let's add a variable. We want it to be a string. I'm gonna call it, we want it to turn right, so I'm gonna call it right. Hit OK. Now I'm gonna recall this enemy 1. Now when the enemy done, we want to simulate left. We want to simulate right. But I want it to be slower. So to do that, we're going to add a new variable. We're going to call it enemy speed. We want to set the speed to let's set it to 50 and have it add 5 every 5 seconds. So we want to add another timer. Every 2 seconds, regular speed 1. Hit done. So on timer.
Check that when you're. I'm gonna set that. Just reset it if it's not dry before you go up.
Okay, so on timer, speed 1, hit done. We want to add speed a variable of, let's say 3. Now enemy on created, set max speed to enemy speed. What I like to do is insert new text so we can see if it's working. Every tick this is just to see if it's working. Alright, I'm also going to change the duration every 3 seconds so that way there's time to react both sides. Every 4 seconds. No. Every 5 seconds. And the other side I'll set smaller. Already I've used 12 lines of code. I'm gonna set the I'm gonna add 100 though, just to see if it like fully works. Okay, it's supposed to. Yeah, it works. Let's set it back to 3. Alright. I also kind of want to set the spawn, like subtract spawn. So, let's add a new group and call it enemy 2. Okay, same thing over here. We want to add a timer. And add a new enemy. My tip for you is to label. One with legs would be this one. Crop it. Crop it. Assign set to the bottom. And I'm gonna apply that to the whole animation. I'm also going to flip both of them because we want them to move left. Yeah, I don't know why people make their sprites so small. Add 2 behaviors like the last one, destroy and platform. This one I am gonna edit the name of this one. I'm gonna say move. I'm gonna add an instant variable. I'm gonna call it move to string, and I'm gonna say left. Okay, so I'm actually gonna leave this down. So on start of layout, start timer. I'm gonna set this all to every 4 seconds, regular. ESP2. Yeah, I have a weird way of doing things. And eSpeed. Alright, so we want that to spawn. Enemy 2. Let's test it. Alright, that works.
I'll be upstairs. See you tomorrow. See if I can get up there.
Alright, what time is it? I got a time limit. So, okay. Yeah, my time limit, my cutout is 12 because I work at like 1:30 tomorrow and I kind of gotta get to bed. So, that'll be later. So, I'm gonna compare the variable. Now, there's a lot of ways I can finish this off. I can add a power-up where if it's shot with the bullet, it will go back and destroy all enemies. That would be kind of cool. But for right now, I'm gonna keep it this way, so... let's test it. Okay, yeah. Also, I forgot one thing, which is to loop this. How many frames do I have for this? 7. So I'm gonna set this one to 7 as well. Alright, this one for some reason doesn't have a walking animation, so I guess I'll have to edit that. Alright, let's see how this looks. I also gotta do that for this one, so... okay, that looks better. Alright, now it's not weird. Okay, I also need... alright, so that's already doing that for me, so I'm gonna paste this here. Choose my enemy. Okay, so... I have how many? Oh man, 17 lines. I like to keep track how many, so... how many lines I have. But anyway, when bullet is in collision, I'm gonna create a family. I'm gonna rename this enemy 1. Now, when the bullet is in collision with enemies, we want to destroy the bullet. and destroy enemies. Alright, this game is I actually like how this is coming along. It's slowly getting faster. I'm going to make it a little harder though. And instead of 5, I'm going to set it to 3. So every 3 seconds something spawns. Alright. I'm gonna add a new global variable. I'm gonna call it spawn. I'm going to start a new timer. You know what? Hang on the start of layout, I'm gonna add a new group. Spawn. Start of layout, I'm going to set the global variable. Set the value of enemy spawn to 5. And then I'm going to say every 5 seconds this is a little bit of an experiment, so subtract 1 from spawn, and I'm gonna set this for both of them, so that way let's see what happens. Alright, I'm also going to clone this. Hit done, and let's see what happens. Alright, something's just not right. I'm gonna set that to 5. Okay, I think I fixed it. Alright, I'm going to add this. Okay, every 4 seconds it should spawn. Okay, 3 seconds. Yeah, that's not working. Alright, it should work though. I'm going to delete that variable. And I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to... First, I'm going to set this to every 2 seconds. And every 3 seconds. And then destroy. I don't know why that wouldn't work though. That should have worked. Okay, to make it harder, I'm going to set that to 2. And I'm going to set this to 1. You don't want to make it too hard. And they're procedurally getting faster. Alright, I'm gonna change one more thing, which is set this to 1. And they're slowly getting faster. Okay, I think I found the good balance. I'm going to add a new global variable score. Gonna add a new group, call it variable. And I'm going to move this down. Here's no. Alright. Set enemy speed to 50. And I'm going to set the score to 0. Alright. This thing I do need to edit one more thing, which is yeah. Actually, I can see that. Put this down here and this down here and hit apply to whole animation. Alright. Alright. I am going to get rid of this. I am going to choose a font. There are a lot of fonts. I'm going to color it. Do we have a white? Yeah, there we go. Gonna make it bigger so it's easier to see. Alright, so add to score. To make this even better, I'm going to add one more thing. I'm going to add a new global variable. I'm going to call it cool down. This would make it a little bit harder. I'm going to set it as a boolean. Hit OK. I'm going to Alright, I am going to say I'm going to set the boolean to true. I'm going to wait 3 seconds and set it to false. Okay, let's see what that does. Oh, cool. Hang on, something's not right. Oh, I didn't set it to false. There we go. It's too hard, so I'm going to have the wait time to 2 seconds. Alright, now I gotta fix their spawning. So spawn should be 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds in between cooldowns. Alright, it's still too hard. So I'm just gonna tweak it until it works. I don't want it to be too easy, but I don't want it to be too hard. Alright. I'm going to set the enemy to 2.5. Okay, this is a lot better. Alright, now I gotta add another global variable and call it lives and set it to 3. And then on the variable, I'm going to set the value of lives to 3. And I'm going to say, to add a new group, I'm going to call it death. I'm going to subtract from lives. I'm going to rename this to score and rename this to lives. Alright, so let me go back to the code for 1 sec. Let's go back to lives. Alright, so Alright, this is 42, so this should also be 42. Press play, and we have 3 lives. Alright, one thing. There we go. So, okay, so we also want to destroy enemies. Okay, we just made a high score little shooter. That progressively gets faster. Alright, I'm gonna change one more thing, which is, I'm gonna have you wait 0.10 seconds. Let's see what that does. Because right now I'm just tweaking it to make it a little easier. Yeah, that's too easy. I'm just gonna leave it at 1. Okay, so we also want to say when lives is equal or less than 0. I'm going to add a new layout and add an event sheet, and I'm going to call it lose. And there we go. We have a workable game. And we did this in just 23 lines of code. And here's the finished game. And I just lost. I am going to add alright, so I'm gonna add this to the lose screen. I'm gonna add the clouds, but I'm only gonna add 2 for time's sake. I'm almost out of time. Gonna add the score so people know how high of a score they got. And let's start at making the lose. So at global variable timer, I'm gonna set it to 5. Right, okay. Every tick okay, and that should do it for the score. Just one thing. Now the reason I'm doing this video is not necessarily to teach or anything. If you followed along and made what I made, great, go for it. If you edited it and made it look different or added something or maybe made the spawning system spawn more every few seconds, but make it your own. This is just to show you how I personally make it. This is how I'm starting to make games now. Yeah, I remember I've been doing this for like 3 years and I still haven't figured out what the hell I'm doing. And I have a little ULU screen. Hang on, something. Oh, that's what the problem is. Yeah, make sure you're setting it to the right variables. I'm gonna clone it and I'm gonna call it lose text. I'm going to add it to the main layout. And we have a functioning game. This is a fun little shooter. I am, however, going to add one thing to our game, which is a tutorial. So I'm going to clone this, rename tutorial. This is how I'm kind of doing it now. Gonna bring it up to here. I am going to add a behavior, fade. I'm gonna set it to 3. I'm gonna wait. How long should I? 3 seconds. I love 3. I am starting to do my games without music because I suck at music. I might have to add a communicator to communicate the cooldowns. Alright, I'm gonna have to make one more adjustment because this is just too easy. Yeah. And that's my game. I have it do it a half a second. Let me see. Now there are several fixes I could have done, gone a route. The route I could have gone was I can set bullet distance. Which I think I will do that. The bullet is distance is greater or equal than, let's say, 300. So that way you don't instantly spawn kill them. I'm gonna set this bullet spawn cooldown to 1 again. Let's set it to 250. There we go. Okay, this is making it a little harder, which I'm aiming for. Maybe I'll set the cooldown to 0.30 again. Let's set it to 50. 0.50. Okay, this is a lot better now. Because you're no longer spawn killing them. I'm gonna set the bullet down a little lower though, because you're still getting, yeah. To pull it down because I was still, there we go. I'm also gonna change the spawn from 2.5 to just 2. There we go. Another thing I could do to make this harder is give each one a HP. Alright, this is still too easy, so... Yeah, that's not... Okay, this is getting easier. And at my high score, okay, I think it's good, honestly. Alright. It's almost time to call it quits. I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you for watching. I'll tweak it as I go along. I still have menu, I still have sound, and transitions. So, thank you so much for watching.